Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be reviewing the Medela Pump and Style hands-free pump. It is a double electric pump. I'm going to be completely honest. Are there better options out there? 100%. Definitely. This is not a pump that I would recommend above all other pumps, but if this is your only option, I'm going to be talking about some of the pros, some of the cons, and some of the different features of this pump. So let's go ahead and get started. So obviously we have the motor here, and it is not completely wireless. So this is going to be my biggest con of this pump, is that it is hands-free, meaning that you can put the pump part into your bra and pump and still use your hands. But because of modern day nursing bras, pretty much anything can be kind of a hands-free pump if you have a nursing bra. So is it nice that you can put this in your bra and move around? Kind of, yes. But you are still going to be tied to the wall. So this guy plugs into the wall. You've got your cords here. The pressurized air goes through these. And so you're going to be stuck in a stationary spot while you're pumping. That is going to be the biggest con of any wired breast pump that there is that you're stuck to the wall when there are other good options for wearable pumps out there. So biggest con is that it's not truly hands-free, in my opinion, if you have to be stuck sitting somewhere. So other than that, it's a good pump. Let's talk about some of the features. So obviously we have the cords here, one for each side. And if you do only want to pump with one side, there's a little hole here, and you can use this to plug the hole, and then you'll only get suction on the one side because this will stop the flow of air on this tube. So you can do that if you want to. Whenever I use this pump, I do use both sides. So there's that. We've got the motor here, pretty standard. It's just a power button, plus and minus buttons, and then this changes the flow from expression to stimulation, back and forth. What I wish this had is some sort of screen that shows you what level it's at, because there's literally nothing. And so whenever I use this pump, I can tell by the suction where we're kind of at, but I don't know like where that is on the spectrum of the settings. So it would be nice if there was like a little screen display somewhere on here that showed you like out of how many levels, what you're on, just so that you have an idea. But that's the motor. It's not as loud as the Pump and Style Pro one that I reviewed, not as loud for some reason. But it's still relatively loud, but it's, not a big deal. Let's talk about the actual pump part, which is my favorite part of the pump itself, is this part right here. I like the shape of it. I think it fits really nicely in your bra. It's not super big, so it doesn't like project out really far, and there's nothing on the top, so it just fits really nicely in your bra. I do have another pump that's hands-free that has a motor on the top, and it's kind of bulky. So I do like the shape of this. I also like the fact that the seal is like, it is shut. It is sealed shut. I know that one thing with some of the hands-free pumps, one of my Mom Cozy pumps, the seal is just a really loose kind of silicone, and I've never had an issue with it, but I could definitely see where there would be an issue if you pull it the wrong way or you move the wrong way and it gets caught on your bra or something like that. It could definitely break the seal and you would lose milk. That will not happen with this one. It is on there tight. In fact, it's relatively difficult to get it open. So really like that the seal is nice and tight. I never have to worry that it is going to leak out the bottom. Another thing that I like, let's see if you can see this here. We're looking at the opening here where you pour the milk out of. I don't know why, but to me it just gives such a satisfying pour. Just the shape, and it's just real easy. You just dump it like this. So really nice. I like that about it. Let's open it up here. Okay, so like I said, really good seal. You probably heard, and I'll put it back together in just a second. It's gonna click together really well. And instead of the duckbill valve or like the other Medela valves that are just the white piece, it does have this full valve here, and the milk comes out the bottom. Only 3 pieces to clean when you're washing parts, which is really nice. I do like that about it. Let's see, let's put it back together. So really, it didn't click great that time, but man, this thing is sealed. Nothing is going to leak out of that. So that's a really good function, or a really good feature when you do have a hands-free breast pump. This model also came with 21 millimeter and a 24 millimeter flange area. I don't know what this is called exactly, but this part right here, there's a 21 millimeter and a 24 millimeter that comes with the set, which is really nice. A lot of them just come with a 24 millimeter, which is kind of like the standard size. But if you have a 21 millimeter nipple, this is really nice for you because you won't have to put any flange inserts in there. So that's a benefit. It does have, I don't know how well you can see these lines on the side. That's gonna show you your ounces. To be honest, I don't feel like it's super accurate. It might be. So it's showing 5 ounces up here. I have never, ever, when using this pump, had 5 ounces. So I would just always go based on the measurement on the bottle. That's going to be your most accurate measurement. Anyway, what else? So the suction patterns on the new Medelas, to be honest, are not my favorite. It just feels very robotic and not natural. I just feel like my body doesn't respond as well to the suction patterns of the Medela. My Mom Cozy pump, I feel like I respond much better to that pump than this pump. I don't know, but everybody's different. So I think that's pretty much it for this Medela pump. Again, it's not going to be my favorite pump. To be honest, I'm probably going to sell it and go with a different pump just because it's really not truly hands-free. And if I'm going to go with an option where I have to be plugged in, their Pump and Style Advance, the old model of their pumps, works better for me. It has a different suction pattern. So anyway, that is my review of this breast pump. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you would like me to do more breast pump reviews. That seems to be something that some people are enjoying right now. So just let me know, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.